welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
What the fuck was that?
It's the last show of the year.
Go see into the SpiderVerse. You'll understand what that is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. I do know what you're talking about. And Terrence.
So, I don't have a spiffy intro for all the shenanigans, but okay, that's fine.
Your voice needs to be like 8 octaves deeper.
Hey. My Uncle Aaron said this is how you get white women. Hey.
That shit was hilarious. So we're back. This is the last show of the year. This is also Micah's last show.
Yeah,
for a while.
This is my last show for a couple months. I will be off this show for a couple months. I'll be off of Dense Pixels for at least a month. I will, but we are taping a few Black on Black Cinema episodes, so I'll still be around. I can do airing grievances from home, so I'll still be around, and I'll be lurking in the fan groups as I am wont to do.
Posting once every 6 months.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen this?
Right. And inevitably somebody has seen it.
Yeah, I've already seen it.
And then Christopher will be like, already posted. God damn it.
You got bald. That's what happens.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, we're welcoming my son into the world, and I couldn't be happier, man. This is my life is on these podcasts. If you are a long-term fan, you know a lot more about me than I think anybody has any right to know.
for only $5 a month or $50 for the full year.
More than I think I need to know.
Yeah,
but I would argue, yes.
But
it's funny. It's great.
But you have known me from when I met my now wife to now we're having a kid, man, and this is wild. So I want to say thank you to all of you people who are loyal fans. Thank you to anybody who shares our show. Thank you to a big thank you to people who give their hard-earned money to listen to this nonsense. And we're going to keep the debauchery and ridiculousness going in 2019.
There you go. Yeah, look, we're gonna miss you, man. Even though you'll unfortunately still be around in other capacities. But no, we're gonna miss you on the show. Obviously, it'll just be for a couple months, and then you'll be back. But and because Mike is gonna be out, there'll be sort of a rotating third and fourth seat for the show. So it'll be familiar faces that you know, some you probably don't know, and we'll see. We'll try to get a couple new faces in too.
Yeah.
So people who will be around. Okay, all right, let's get right into it. Micah, you went and saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, it's a perfect movie. It is. It's a perfect movie. Dude,
I told you. It's really good.
It's really good with strong performances and a really good story. This is a really good coming of age story. The Stan Lee cameo. I mean, I don't know if it's just because of the cameo or because of the cameo and he recently died, but like this one I felt, you know what I mean? Like,
yo, I teared up.
Yeah, man.
I did.
This one you really, really feel. And, they hammer home that anybody can be Spider-Man, right? Like that was Stan Lee's, when he was talking to Steve Ditko, when they collaborated to create this character. The character was created in a full body suit because anybody could be Spider-Man.
Right. And
they really hammer that message home. Like anybody has the potential to be a hero. You just got to do the right thing. And I absolutely loved this movie. I cannot wait to expose my son to films like this to get him into it. Like his Spider-Man is going to be Miles Morales. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like
that's kind of dope.
That's cool for me, man.
Right.
Like I dig that, man.
Do you think it's weird that your son will grow up in a world where Spider-Man is black, a black president has existed, likely a woman will be president. Like, so many things have changed that quickly in our lifetime. You know what I mean?
Like
that it'll seem like it's like old hat for him. He's like, of course a woman can be president. What are you, an idiot, Dad?
Yeah. Dummy. Like what? But yeah, it's kind of wild, man. It's kind of wild. So, but yeah, Into the Spider-Verse was really, really good. It might be my favorite movie this year. I went with my wife to see it, and her review was, it's cute.
See?
It was all right.
It's cute.
It was all right.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right? It was all right? What about it was all right? Cute?
She was like, it could have had a little less spiders in it.
Yeah, actually. Because, like, look, no, there's no spoiler alert, I guess. There's a spider in Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse, right? And yeah, this animated spider, she would be like, let me know when I can watch again. Like, covering her face.
She's terrified.
She is terrified of spiders.
Wow, she has serious arachnophobia.
But yeah, it's cute. Nah, it wasn't cute. Monkeys in diapers are cute. This is not a monkey in a diaper. This is fucking Into the goddamn Spider-Verse. This shit was amazing.
It's not.
Remember that cute shit?
That's funny.
So yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Don't be surprised if this gets an Oscar win.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like an animated movie?
Yeah, for an animated movie.
I mean, look, I would argue it should probably be up there for Best Picture. Like, I wouldn't, I honestly wouldn't be offended if it was. Because it really is, it's so good that you often forget it's an animated movie. Yeah, because you're so concentrated on the story itself. Yeah. And that, to me, shows just how good that movie is. So, we'll see. We'll see. I wouldn't say that lightly, because there are a lot of movies that make it in the Best Picture category. I'm like, no. Like, I'm sorry. This deserves to be there far more than Black Panther does. It just does.
Yeah.
It does. So, yeah, look, man, take your kids to see this movie. See this movie even if you don't have kids. But take your kids of color to see this movie. Like really. Like, it's a really important movie, especially for Black kids, Latino kids.
And little girls, too, man.
Yes.
Like, Spider-Gwen, like...
She's dope.
She is, man. And she is not like... She's not like a Mary Sue, and she's not a damsel in distress. Like, she, like...
Literally at all. Never.
Right. Like, it is very good. You see women put in both lights, good and as heroes and as villains.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like, I mean, if you want to, teach your little girls that they can be villains too, I guess, but they can. And yeah, this is really good, man. This is really, really good.
There you go. So I gave Wolverine The Long Night, which is a podcast done by Marvel. I gave it a second chance. I didn't get into it the first time, but I was just kind of in a weird space. So I actually went and gave it a second chance. It's really, really good. I actually highly recommend it. If you're into sort of storytelling podcasts, so it's like old radio, right? Like there's sound effects and like all this stuff telling this full story. I think you'd probably dig it, especially if you're into Marvel stuff and everything else. Like, they do a good job of telling this very, very Wolverine-centric, dark, fucked up story. And it's like, it takes place in Alaska, and there's these people who are showing up dead. And they're like, the local police are like, yeah, it's a bear attack. Like, bears don't rip doors off cars, my nigga. Like, what are you talking about? And so they're slowly putting together, like, these two FBI agents or whatever are slowly putting the case together. And they're kind of the vehicle by which you see you're hearing the whole show. Mm-hmm. And as they're putting stuff together, people are like, oh, well, there was this guy Logan, who's been hanging around. He's kind of creepy and weird. And like, people are describing him and then telling stories of interactions with him. And then he slowly comes into the picture dealing with them. And he's kind of like, I heard you were looking for me. Don't. You're like, fuck off. And so it's slowly unwinding. And it's 10 episodes. I'm halfway through it. But it's really good. And right now, it's a mystery, right? Because you don't know. Because, I mean, obviously Wolverine is a hero, so I don't think he's the one murdering these people. My guess is probably it's a Sabretooth or something like that. But Sabretooth hasn't been introduced yet. And they have, so it's kind of a mystery. So you don't know where things are going. But it's good. I'm actually enjoying it. And each episode's about 35 minutes. So it's a pretty easy listen. There is a review right now up. Carrie and I sat down because she saw Mary Poppins Returns. So check that review out on our YouTube page or in the Coming Distractions podcast feed. You can also check out the review for Bumblebee, which Demetrius and I did. He went and saw that. So that's also on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/the Nerdpocalypse, and also in our Coming Distractions podcast feed if you want to listen to the audio version. And then Mike and I just sat down and recorded our review of Aquaman. So you can also find that in the same places by the time you listen to this show. So check all those out, share them out, do whatever. No spoilers on any of those 3 new movies, by the way. All right, so we're going to jump right into lightning round, but before we do that, make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/Amazon. Use that link whenever you want to buy anything on Amazon. We get a little bit of a kickback. You don't pay anything extra, but it is a great way to help out the show. Terrence.
First up, we get our first look at the cast for the live-action Aladdin movie, and people are wilding out because they don't like the way they look. Or specifically, Will Smith as the genie.
No, not just Will Smith.
Wait, all of them?
Mm-hmm.
What's the problem?
Apparently, some people think that the cast of Aladdin should be darker.
But okay, I mean, they're not black.
Yes. They from over there, though.
Yeah, they from over there.
They from over there.
But Middle Easterners look like this.
You see, they should be orange, guys.
Right, that's what
they should be orange.
Like if I look at the anime or the animated feature,
the cartoon, they look about right.
They look about right. Yeah, exactly. Like,
what's the fucking problem?
Right. As long as they're Middle Eastern, I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. That's dumb. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, the picture of Will Smith is funny.
That picture of Will Smith is hilarious. Like, the first thing that came to mind was like,
he gonna say it too. Yeah, the first time he popped out of that fucking lamp, he gonna say it.
Yeah, the first thing that I thought was like, not like Will Smith the actor in this particular picture, like Will Smith the self-help guru from Instagram. That's what it looks like to me.
He looks like the love guru.
Yeah, he's about to give you some like advice on your life.
I'm an icon.
It's like, I'm a genie, and I'm gonna grant you these 3 wishes, but first I gotta give you some advice before you actually make your wishes, because like. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. I'm just saying. Just take care. So what you gonna wish for? Like what? Like that's what I see.
I wish the top of this table were red at the time that you told me.
Hold up. I got a real problem.
Yes. What is it?
You've been holding that impression.
Yeah, that's not bad, dude. Yeah, that's not bad.
I mean, we could have been getting that Will Smith impression.
That's pretty good.
You need to pull that shit out a little more often.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Once a year.
Look, by the way, like this is your last show. Terrence is like, well, I do impressions too.
I got a couple of them. Yeah. It is what it is.
Secretly, Terrence has just been waiting for you to shut up so he can do his impressions. That's funny.
Look, I like his cadence. It's just ridiculous.
It is. It's weird.
It's very odd
weird.
cadence.
It's very weird.
He said that I forget what the other character was, but he said that Hitch is one of the inspirations for his character.
So it makes sense.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hitch?
Yeah. You ever see Hitch?
Yeah, I've seen Hitch.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I mean, think about it. He's the genie. He's Will Smith helping out a guy
them together.
to try and get with a girl. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, but like saying Hitch is weird because like I'm just imagining him trying to teach him like to dance and shit like that, or like for some reason like getting on a jet ski and going out to the Statue of Liberty. Like none of these things make any sense. But I like it.
Is he going to be CGI'd? I'm assuming.
Yes. He said that for the majority of the movie he will be blue and CGI. because people were pitching a fit.
Is it going to be his face? Because again, it's going to be very funny.
It's definitely going to be his face.
Yeah, it's going to be his face, yo.
Yo, that's funny to me.
I'm dying. Look,
I can't wait to see a trailer.
Everybody's complaining, look, why Will Smith ain't blue? Why Will Smith ain't blue? You don't want to see blue Will Smith, yo. You really, really don't want to see blue Will Smith.
I do. I disagree.
I want to see it. They don't.
So somebody made a point on Twitter that I thought was an interesting one. They said, "So we're cool with the magical Negro now."
Yo,
it's a good point. It's a good point. Like, and I told him, I was like, I'm not ready to say black people can't play magical characters. Like, he's a genie. It's fine.
This will be his second magical. No, this will be like his third.
He was Bagger
Vance. He was Hitch. And now he's
is Hitch Hitch isn't a
yeah.
He's helping the white man better himself. Yeah.
See, that's what I always think of as a quote-unquote magical Negro character. But Bagger Vance, didn't he have actual magic? Wasn't that
I've never seen it. So I
think he did have.
I'm not seeing that Sambo-ass movie. Like, get the fuck out of here. I thought he had actual magic.
He might have.
Make the ball go in the hole. Like, I don't know.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I was like, Will Smith is a caddy. I'm not seeing this fucking movie.
Right.
Fuck off.
This is Will Smith doing one of those, I really want an Oscar, but I don't know how to pick the right project movies.
Yeah. I'm going to do an African accent. That's not it, Chief. Like, that's not it. Don't do that. No, I'm not going to. But yeah, overall, I don't have a problem with this. Look, here's the thing. People are like, he looks silly. He's a genie. What the fuck did you want him to look like? That's my question. What did you possibly want Will Smith to look like in this movie?
I just want to see a trailer.
The genie looks silly. Like, the cartoon genie looks silly.
It's ridiculous.
Because it's based off a cartoon, yo.
Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely gonna see this movie.
Oh, I'm seeing this. Look, Aladdin was probably the second most run Disney film in my house growing up. The first being The Lion King. Yeah,
I've seen Aladdin more than anything.
I've seen both of those probably equally.
Yeah. So I'm ready for Aladdin. I'm ready for Aladdin. I'm ready for these beautiful Middle Eastern
Sega
people.
Genesis games too.
And yeah,
the Sega Genesis
were amazing.
Yeah,
the Sega Genesis and Aladdin game was really good.
Yeah, both of them, the Lion King and the Aladdin game.
I didn't like the Lion King game.
The animation was really good.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they did, but yeah. Anyway.
Street Rat.
And no, Priyanka Chopra can't be Jasmine because she's too old, yo. She just is.
Also, Priyanka Chopra is Indian, not Middle Eastern. You fucking racist. Oh, it's all the same. No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Yeah. Isn't it?
No. I remember when I first started dating my wife, I was like, yeah, Middle Eastern. She was like, I'm not Middle Eastern. I'm South Asian. I was like, oh.
What?
Huh? What? When I saw you online, you were in the Middle Eastern section. That's how America saw you. That's how I see you. That's how it works. No, shit. Indians are not, in fact, Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Next up, Sean Levy has stepped away from the Uncharted movie. Who's Sean Levy? What else has he directed?
Director. I don't know. All I know is
so he's not the director now. Yeah. All right, that's fine. I don't need this movie to be made. Personally.
I don't like Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. That's weird. He's
still
6.
It's still
he's 6 years old.
It's still Tom Holland.
Yeah. So, I guess by the time they get to doing this movie, he will be the actual age of Nathan Drake. So I guess that's okay.
What's funny is in the games, there are some sections in some of the games where you can play a young Nathan Drake. And young Nathan Drake in those games looks like Tom Holland now.
Which is probably why they did it.
Yeah. But
sure.
Nah, man. Like, well, how old is Tom Holland? Like 20?
He's like 22.
22, yes.
I still think that's kind of young, man. You can still cast someone in their late 20s and get a 3-picture deal out of them before they get too long in the tooth for this.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because how old is Nathan Drake by the last one?
He's old enough to.
He's in his
he's in his
early 40s.
Yeah, he's in his 40s.
But I think if you kept it to late 20s, early 30s actor, probably even early 30s actor, you can pull it off.
You can pull it off.
Or actually, you might even, frankly, if you show someone like 33 years old and you do it at 33, 35, and maybe like 38, that would be totally fine.
That's
and
perfect.
Look at fucking Chris Pratt. Like he's roughly that age. Like he could have.
Chris Pratt now. He's our age, if not right.
I think.
Well, I'm 38.
Oh, so okay.
So yeah, I mean, like around that age, I feel like it's not like you can't do action movies. It's not like he's like 75.
Right.
So yeah, you could fucking do it. If Liam Neeson can do action movies, which in this picture of Nathan Drake, he kind of looks like Liam Neeson. If he can do it, then anybody can.
Sean Levy he directed the Night at the Museum movies.
There's a reason why I've never seen a Sean Levy movie.
He did Night at the Museum.
I mean, I hear those movies
Real
are
Steel.
Okay, I did see a Sean Levy movie. People really like that movie.
Real Steel?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Night at the Museum 1 and 2. The Internship with
De Niro. With De Niro.
Yeah, that's
was he in
right.
that? It was with what did these two months? Vince Vaughn and
the
Vince
intern.
Vaughn.
The
internship was with Vince Vaughn and what's that dude's name?
Wow.
Yeah, him.
Oh, yeah.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Yeah, that's it. I didn't see that either.
No.
Apparently, were they like trying to get jobs at Google or something like that?
Yes, they were.
That's what that one was. The
he directed
intern
that as well.
was with Robert De Niro.
Yeah, where he was like an old intern.
Yeah, he was an old man intern. Like, all right, he was a magical old man.
He was
trying to help young people hook up or whatever. All right, whatever, young. Whatever.
It's like stop doing shitty movies, De Niro. You're better than this.
Right.
So yeah, he directed those movies.
Okay. I don't think this is that big of a loss.
I was about to say I don't think they suffered a loss. Anyway, next up, Henry Thomas to play Dr. Midnight in DC Universe's Stargirl.
All right, next story. Nobody knows who this is.
He was in House on the Haunting of Hill House.
No, I meant the character.
Oh, who was this?
Dr. Midnight? No, I don't care about any of this.
Oh, yeah, well, whoever the fuck that is, this guy is going to be playing him.
Congrats.
I thought it was Robin. I was like, what the fuck?
We're just not
Is this a
DC.
real Robin? But he's got an owl?
Stuart, let us know who this nigga is, because we don't know.
Or don't. Really. I mean, it's fine. That's nothing against
he's
you.
The DC guy. He
he's a super DC guy. By the way, did any of you watch the trailer for the season finale of Titans?
I forgot Titans.
It's already over?
Yeah, no, that's a wrap, or it's getting ready to be a wrap. Yeah, Batman is in the season, and he's murdering people. Supposedly, they think Batman is murdering people. My guess is it's not really Batman; it's someone impersonating Batman.
Is it Robin?
No, both the Robins are working against Batman.
They're
trying to stop him.
In this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just didn't know.
There's Grayson, and then there's Jason Todd.
Who said fuck Batman?
That was Grayson. Dick Grayson.
Okay. Well, then Jason Todd must be like, fuck that son of a bitch, and I hope he dies and goes to hell.
Yeah, he's a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, couldn't get away from Batman. Couldn't do it. I knew it. I knew they were never going to get through a whole season without him. Of course. It's DC's crutch, man. They have to put Batman in shit.
I mean, look.
I get it.
Yeah, like Batman sells.
Yeah.
So...
Just too bad you can't sell anything on your other characters. I'm sure Batman will be showing up in Stargirl too.
Yo, how come you can't sell Superman? I
Why isn't Superman the guy?
Yeah.
Why haven't they done a sequel to the fucking first movie?
I guess that would require you
because
to have
Avengers came out. That's why.
Yeah. Blew their whole shit all the way up. They were like, you know what?
Wait, when did Avengers come out? The first one. Because Man of Steel came out in 2013.
When did Avengers come out?
Well, you're thinking of Age of Ultron. You're thinking of Age of Ultron came out closer to...
Age of Ultron came out in 2015.
Yeah, because...
Avengers came out in 2012.
2012. Yeah, Man of Steel came out in 2013.
And then they realized, oh shit, we have a ton of fucking characters all under one umbrella. We just saw what they did with a bunch of money. They made a bunch of money. Let's hurry up and do this. Yeah.
And then fuck it all up.
They were like, let's hurry up. And that's the thing, right? Like they could have done
time.
They could have done a Justice. Like they didn't even have to do character Justice League. They could have done a Justice League and then spun it off.
Do characters specifically.
Right, but they messed up BVS so bad.
Yep.
that it kind of screwed everything else up. If BVS were just a better movie, it needed a different story.
If it was good.
Yeah, if it was good.
It could have been relatively the same story. Hey, Lex Luthor is tricking the two of you to fight. Yeah. Then they figure it out and go, yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to team up against you. You shouldn't have done Doomsday. That was dumb. And you shouldn't have killed Superman.
And you shouldn't have killed Superman. You killed Superman, yo. Like, you keep Superman alive, and you have Superman be the emissary, the person that goes out and seeks help from all these other people that he heard because Batman knows everything. So he's like, hey, I heard this kid can run really fast. And, hey, I heard this guy can talk to fish. Like, just have Superman go over there, and who's not going to help Superman? If Superman comes knocking at your door and saying, hey, Terrence, I need you to do that Will Smith impression. You're going to do that fucking Will Smith impression because it's Superman, yo.
Right. Yeah, Batman showing up as Bruce Wayne. Hey, here you can talk to fish. Fuck off. You don't have any powers. Get out of here. Beat it, nerd. Yeah, get out of here. Like, not having Superman be the emissary doesn't make any sense. Because... yeah, ultimately, the Flash would be like, yo, you're Superman. He's a kid. He'd be like, holy shit, it's Superman. Like, yeah,
the same reason everybody wants to rally behind Captain America.
Right.
Like, you're Superman. Yeah. You're Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Why would somebody so omnipotent need my help?
Exactly.
Right. And
like, this must be like some serious shit. I'm going to go help.
Right. Again, I feel like, is there no one in the room? Like, do they discuss anything? They're like, with any comic fans, would be like, so are you into this? They'd be like, I never read a comic. All right, let's just write this movie. Like,
right, you could tell, but you could tell, like, this was designed by a committee full of people who only see numbers, because it was based off of the death of Superman and
Batman is very popular,
and that Batman versus that Frank Miller Batman book, The Dark Knight Returns or whatever, and. So they were like, oh, let's just mash them together. Yeah. Like, they could have did it, man.
They could have. And look, in our review of Aquaman shows you, like, they're moving in the right direction. Like, you could do it. You can figure this shit out. Like, you can. You just have to give a fuck. That's it. Man. This is really all it is. Just give a fuck. All right, last story.
And final story, the chilling adventures of Sabrina has been renewed for season 3 and 4. Season 2 ain't even.
No, yeah, they're like, this shit is working.
That's weird, because I don't hear anybody talking about the chilling adventures of Sabrina. So obviously, it must be getting canceled, right? Because that's the metric that Netflix uses, right? That's the metric that Netflix uses to decide whether or not they want to keep a show on the air, right? The social media engagement, right?
Right. I can't believe people agree. Well, this must be a reason. Just say you don't know why those shows got canceled. Stop writing these dumb fuck articles. Oh, well, we noticed that there was only 1,500 impressions on that, so that's definitely why. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. This show got renewed for 3 fucking seasons.
Yeah, and the first season just came out last week.
Right.
And that's really why. I didn't really like it. I tried. I watched like 2 or 3 episodes. It's not my thing.
I got through 2 or 3 episodes as well. I'm enjoying it. I just need to go back. There's just a bunch of other stuff going on. By the way, I was right. Killing Eve was fucking great.
Yo.
Did you finish it, by the way?
We got 1 more episode left.
Damn it.
Yo.
Trying to drag her to fucking watch it. I'm like, hurry up.
No, don't wait for it. Don't wait for it.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna just keep going.
Just fucking watch it. We got one more. All week. So we got 1 more episode, and Villanelle is my favorite psychopath.
She's super good, dude.
Any form of media.
You gotta watch the show.
You gotta watch this show.
What's it on?
It's on Hulu.
I don't have Hulu.
Yeah,
well, I do have Hulu, but I don't know your. I don't remember your password.
The funny thing is, neither do I. I have to reset my own password. I have no idea what it is.
Well, don't reset it yet.
I'll let you know what it is. No, but Killing Eve is really good.
Killing Eve is really good. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. Killing Eve is very, very good.
Yeah, shout out to Tiara for that suggestion.
Yeah, how many episodes? I love it.
8?
8. That's it.
Is it a British show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's BBC
America. See, they know what they're doing, man.
So much better than we are.
They really are. So I liked what I saw of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. We just said that it got renewed for 3 seasons. That's not technically true. It got renewed for 3.5 seasons because then they're doing a Christmas special too. I'm pretty sure. So, which I think is coming up or it's already out.
God damn.
Yo, people really like that show, and I saw almost no one tweeting about it. Almost nobody. Ignore all those bullshit articles from these websites saying social media engagement is the reason how to gauge it. No, it is not. It is not. It is their raw numbers that are behind the scenes.
Right.
Like that's
people suspect that it's time spent viewing, time spent logged into Netflix and actually playing something. But
probably.
That's probably it. But it's not social media engagement.
That's not true.
There's only one.
I guess it may be because I was watching a show called Death by Magic and I fell asleep. But it played like 4 episodes while I fell.
Oh yeah, that happens too.
I mean, but that's
they like
and they're like, you watch that shit, nigga. I'm like,
they don't care.
Cool. Like,
Death by Magic
show.
is like yes.
It's a pretty interesting show. I like the show, but
Not that much.
I mean, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, you never
Very
sleep.
tired.
You're
Yeah, I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, so Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Okay, that's fine. I need to finish the first season because clearly this show
Apparently,
is going
it's
to stick
very
around.
fucking good. Like I watched the first 2 episodes. I'm like, this is not for me.
Yeah, it's funny because it's in the Riverdale, Archie universe too, which is
That show
interesting.
either.
I've not watched it either, but
So
just
it's not
in the comics, like it is.
It's not based on Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
It is.
No, it is Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Like
but it's
that's
a little darker.
that's originally an offshoot of the Archie comics.
And it's far darker than the television show with what's her face.
Does she still have a talking cat?
Yes,
Clarissa explains it all.
Explains it all.
Yeah, I don't know her name either.
Clarissa.
With Melissa Joan Hart.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Of course you knew. Well, what movie was she in that you loved from the fucking early 2000s?
I don't think she was in any.
It had an Evanescence soundtrack. Whatever.
Check to see.
She was in one of them. Can't hardly get there or whatever.
Wild Things. Wait, I actually like that movie.
Wild Things?
Yeah.
I mean, who does
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Isn't it the one with
the one with
Christmas Jones?
Yeah, the one with the nuclear physicist or whatever the fuck she was in James Bond.
Yeah, she showed her.
There
tits
was a
in
pool
that.
scene in that movie.
Yeah, that's why everybody likes Wild Things.
I don't necessarily remember it. I just remember there was a pool scene in that movie.
I remember the pool scene, and I remember somebody pulling someone's teeth out, and I was like, "And end of this. We're done. Nice tits. I gotta go. Like, I don't need to see people get their teeth.
I'm looking
out.
at the movie she was in. Nothing. Drive Me Crazy.
I don't know that one.
I don't know what that is. Oh, she was in Can't Hardly Wait.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, she was in Can't Hardly Wait, wasn't she?
Yeah, you gonna try to act like you don't know. Was she in it? Was she in the scene with my favorite characters?
She was in Batman Beyond Return of the Joker in 2000.
As what?
Someone getting murdered.
Delia, Deirdre Denise.
All right.
Dee Dee.
All right. Movie and TV news.
Yeah, nothing that I gave a shit about except for Can't Hardly Wait.
Wow.
I really like that movie. Fuck off.
To the day I die. It's my favorite movie. That's what I'm going to have carved on your tombstone.
Yo, it came out at the perfect fucking time. Y'all graduated in 1999. Yo. She came out like 99. Fuck you. Yo.
Here lies Terrence, the realest nigga I know, who also loves Can't Hardly Wait.
When did that movie
for
come
some
out?
reason?
It came out in 99. It did not?
I think so. I mean, it was shooting fish in a barrel. I mean, it was.
It came in 1998.
That's the year I graduated high school.
Come on, yo.
All right.
Perfect.
Were you listening to Jumper by Third Eye Blind when you were watching? Don't do that.
No, I don't know what song
Don't do that.
No, I legitimately
don't you fucking dare do that. Don't you pretend.
No, I
that you don't know what that song is.
I know who Third Eye Blind is. I don't know what song Jumper is.
It's the song that everyone knows by Third Eye Blind.
Hold on.
Look up the lyrics.
Uh,
What song is Jumper? Fuck off. Yeah.
I'm looking. I'm like,
yeah. Look up the. I'm going to go to the next story, and then you could just interrupt.
Terrence was listening to Crazy Town Butterfly in fucking the 90s.
Don't do that.
don't punch you in the throat. Nigga. I could not stand that fucking song.
In fairness, at the game at your baby shower, I quoted that song too.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
I did.
I remembered it.
Yeah. I did, and I felt terrible about myself
because it was full of black people, and ain't nobody but me and Terrence knew what the fuck you were talking about.
I was so embarrassed to say that.
I was like, oh, this must be some nerd thing. No.
I don't like that I ever knew that song.
Wait, boy.
Read the fucking chorus of that song.
Where is the chorus? Wish you would step back from that. I feel like I've heard.
You definitely read the lyrics.
You could cut ties with all the lies that you've been living in, and if you do not want. Yo, I don't know the melody to the song. I swear to God, I don't. I really don't.
Terrence is a motherfucking liar.
I'm serious. Like I feel like I feel like
you know
I
what?
know
Take the next story. I'm gonna find the song.
It's got to be on. I already have it pulled up on YouTube, but I don't want to play it because
Sony and Drew Goddard's Sinister Six movie remains in active development, as we have said numerous occasions. In development doesn't necessarily mean anything. But
it's still in development.
But apparently it's still going on, and they still want to make it because of, I guess, the success of Venom. And they're developing this and a long line of other Spider-Man related movies, including Silk, Kraven, Jackpot, Morbius.
Jackpot.
However, the Amazing Spider-Man franchise was still alive and kicking. The plan was to do a Sinister Six movie. The screenplay has been penned, and Drew Goddard was supposed to direct it. And it was supposed to release between The Amazing Spider-Man 3 and 4. But everybody assumed it was dead. But no, apparently... who is this woman? Amy Pascal says, I'm just waiting for Drew to be ready to direct it. I would do anything with Drew Goddard.
Of course.
I'm just waiting for him to tell me what he wants to do.
Wow, that is...
Pause. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed Venom. Hope it was worth it.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get a Sinister Six movie that is going to be fucking terrible.
But like Venom made a lot of money though.
And that's the thing, right? Like the Sinister Six, like, I mean, you can use any combination of Spider-Man characters.
And I would like them to use something different.
But I don't know, man. Like those characters aren't compelling on their own without Spider-Man for the most part, in my opinion. They're not like Batman's Rogues Gallery where each one of them has like an interesting backstory. Like they're all psychopaths.
Right.
But, you know, the journey to them becoming a psychopath is interesting. Like, nobody gives a fuck about Max Dillon. You don't even know who Max Dillon is.
Who the fuck is that?
Exactly.
Who is it?
It's Electro.
Oh, I was going to say Chameleon.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody knows that Chameleon is related to Kraven the Hunter.
Aren't they like brothers?
Some
cousins
shit.
Or some shit like
some
that?
Some shit.
Yeah, nobody cares about
Kraven has an interesting story.
Doc Ock does.
And Doc Ock has an interesting story. You can make interesting stories.
And now I would argue the Vulture does too.
Hydro Man doesn't have an interesting story.
Yes, he does.
What?
He used to work for Aquafina. Who the hell knows?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, no, again, this is what happens when you went and saw Venom. It is. Man. It is. Because I'm sure that it's in development really meant, hey, dust off that Drew Goddard script.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what it meant.
That's what it really meant. And then they were like, okay, let's try to see if we can fast track this. Now, Amy Pascal came out this week and said she is committed to keeping Tom Holland in the MCU. She was like, she can't imagine him not being there now. So she wants to renew their deal and keep it there. But the point is, without Marvel having a significant hand in these movies being made, they will suffer and they will be bad and it will taint that part of the universe. It just will. It just will. Because eventually they're not going to do Sinister Six and not have him show up.
Yeah, what is the point?
What is the point?
The whole point of the Sinister Six was they realized, wow, we can't really take on Spider-Man one at a time. Let's team up to take him down. Like, that's the whole point of them forming together.
Now, I will say this. Here's one way that I think it could work to do the Sinister Six is you use the MCU to build up these characters, and then you take those characters and then you make a Sinister Six movie and give it to Drew Goddard. Because I think Drew Goddard is more than capable of doing it, right? Like, it's not like he's a bad choice for director. He's a good one. Like, if you remember, what was that horror movie that Joss Whedon wrote?
Cabin in the Woods.
Right. That was directed by Drew Goddard.
Yeah, that's right.
So
I think it was co-written by him also.
yeah, it was. So, like, he could pull it off. The guy's got real talent. So it's not like, oh, they're picking like just some journeyman like shitty director or whatever. I think he actually would be the right choice for it. But you got to use the MCU to properly do these characters. Like, if you're going to use Vulture, which you're clearly going to do, you're going to use Scorpion, which you're clearly going to do, right? Because remember, he showed up as a post-credit scene, right? So them teaming up makes no sense other than to get them to some point to be in the Sinister Six. If you're establishing them in the MCU and like giving them their backstory and working them there and making them functional, and then you want to do it, okay, that's fine. I don't trust Sony to do it on their own.
No.
Because look at Venom. I don't trust them because they cut corners and they make shit cheap just to be like, oh, let's see if we can just make us enough money off of it.
But Venom made a lot of money.
I know. So there you go. Before we go on to the next story, here you go, Terrence, you fucking liar. All right.
Okay, all
right. Because there's no way that song was not in the soundtrack for Can't Hardly Wait.
I'm going to check that out.
You do that. Oh, I remember it now. Yeah, of course, because that shit sounds like 1998. Like, that's just what 1998 sounded like.
Yeah.
Didn't matter if you were black or white. That shit was just pumping through the airwaves at your local Cinnabon or Orange Julius. Next up, SpiderGwen animated movie spinoff is in the works. So they are planning to do a sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, to the shock of literally no one. But they're also planning to do a spinoff that will focus on the female characters in the Spider-Man universe. Again, Sony, just do this. Do this. You're nailing it. Just do this. So apparently, when the project was first announced earlier this week, it was assumed that it would be Spider-Gwen, Spider-Woman, Madam Web, who I hate, Spider-Girl, and Silk. And now Vanity Fair did an interview with Amy Pascal, and she says that she can confirm that Jessica Drew's Spider-Woman and Cindy Moon's Silk will definitely be in the animated spinoff alongside Spider-Gwen. So, yeah, I'm cool with that. There's also a Silk live-action movie in the works from Sony, but don't do that. Just don't. And it's not because I don't think Silk is cool. I just don't think you doing Silk is cool. So, yeah, but look, if they want to make a whole universe of these off of this, like an offshoot of the Spider-Verse movie, I'm more than okay with that.
Yeah. I'd be fine with that. Silk is kind of weird because she was like bitten by like the female version or the mate of the spider that bit Peter. So like whenever they're near each other, they want to jump each other's bones, like they want to bang.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of like
I don't know a lot about Silk.
And Spider-Woman, they say Jessica Drew.
Yeah,
this particular looking Spider-Woman, she is. Like, there was a whole run of her just, like, being pregnant and Spider-Woman.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
You know what? Fuck it. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, if you're going to do it. Like, if you're going to do it, if you're making a female-centric movie, fuck it. Just go for it.
Yeah, just let her do it. Let her be pregnant and kicking ass. Now, that might send the wrong message to certain people. You'll get the people who think way too much about this stuff to be like, well, pregnant women shouldn't be doing this and doing that, and she's gonna give that baby a miscarriage. And I'm like, I'm sure if being bitten by a spider, that has a bunch of radioactivity all in it didn't hurt the baby. I'm sure her flippity dipping around will be all right.
Oh, you just web it up, right?
Yeah, that's it. Just web it up.
Yeah, I mean, that's all. No big deal. Isn't that how lady
That's how
parts
girls work, right? Right.
Just web it up, ladies.
Just web it up, ladies.
That's a definite show title possibility. Right now, it's not a monkey in a diaper. So far. Oh shit. Yeah, so I'm cool with this, man. That's not bad. I think that's actually a really solid choice for the folks over at Sony. Now I lost my place.
Luther.
Okay. Yeah. Idris Elba confirms Luther series is leaving the small screen and headed to the big screen soon. I haven't finished the last season of Luther, which I really need to do. How
many seasons? 2 episodes.
I think it's 4, but yeah, it's pretty short.
How many seasons? Is it 3?
4. Yeah.
I'm behind.
No,
I saw the first 2.
No, I'm sorry. I've only seen. Yeah, I'm the same as you. I've only seen the first 2 seasons. I have the 3rd and 4th to watch. Yeah. I think you're right. The 4th season is 2, but I think season 3 is 4 episodes.
Yeah.
So when Idris Elba was in, he was being interviewed. He says, "We're really advancing on getting a movie version of the show up on the screen." Neil is beavering. That's an interesting.
What kind of British shit is that? Beavering away.
Neil is beavering away. Pause on writing this thing, and I think the remnant.
Is that a pause though?
I mean, depends.
I mean, beavers build dams, and I guess they do it efficiently.
And scissoring, right?
Yeah, and yeah.
Scissor me temper.
Is that really need for a pause?
No, it's not. Yeah. I'm just being a fucking dick. Yeah. No one should ever pause on anything. It's ridiculous.
I know. I understand, but this one in particular, there's no need for a pause. It's ladies.
God damn it!
Play.
Don't do that. That's equally not as acceptable. Gross. Neil is beavering away on writing this thing. I'm using that term all the time now, and I think the remnant for the film is this. The remnant for the film is to scale up. Luther has all the ingredients to echo those classic neo-noir films of the '90s, like Seven and Along Came a Spider.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not. And that's actually the reason why I like that show a lot. Yeah. And I think we would like to do is use the blueprint to create a Luther the film. Yeah, he says he also added that the big screen version will, quote, be more murder, more Volvos, and more frowning Luther. Essentially, you just want to try to take it to a much bigger audience and scale, perhaps international as well. Look, I'll see it. I think Luther is one of the better shows of the last number of years. But as a guy our age, or as people our age, this is the kind of TV and movies I miss. Like, there's a lot of comic book stuff and stuff like that, but I want to see Along Came a Spider. I want to see some fucked up people are being murdered by serial killers and I got to figure it out type of shit. That's what I like to see. That's why I like the girl with the dragon tattoo stuff. I like all of that stuff, the heavy dark stuff, which is why Killing Eve is so good.
Yep, that's exactly why Killing Eve is good, because it is. How far are you into it?
I am on episode 3, I think.
Yeah, so people die in that show.
Oh yeah, people, a lot.
People die in it. People whose names are in credits die in it. You know what I mean? It is.
Look, leave people's perfume the fuck alone. That shit was funny.
That shit was funny. But yeah, that's what I don't like a lot of TV. My wife loves TV. She'll watch literally anything. But if she
the cable bill's so damn high.
Yep. But if there's a British show, she'll come to me and be like, "So what new British shows are there out there?" Because she knows that's the only TV that I will sit down with her and watch.
Right.
Because that stuff is just intriguing, and it's just I don't know,
better.
It generally is.
It generally is, man. So I don't know, but look, when he said Luther meets Seven. Man,
I love
please.
Seven.
Seven is amazing.
I love Seven.
Seven is amazing.
Fucked up.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah.
Goop.
spoilers for 7. That's funny.
Oh,
It would have been funny when they opened the box. They just made that noise. Oh no, that's not what I expected. Oh man. Yeah, so I'm cool with this. This is great. And it's been a long time coming. They've been talking about it for a while. Next up, there's a future MCU movie that might take place in World War One. Incidentally, Italian site Bad Taste is reporting that Marvel is set to film a new movie in the historic region of Recanati. I don't know where that is. Italy, I guess, is in Italy. According to the newspaper, the castle and historic center in that place in the province of another place will be the background to some scenes in a blockbuster Marvel film between April and May of 2019. It's a the story should be set in the years of the First World War, reads with a fantastic review of the attack in Sarajevo. Okay, I guess maybe it could be Black Widow. We don't really know. It could be fucking damn near anything because we don't have a real slate yet. It could be something for the Eternals as well. So who knows? I'm very interested to see when. So Infinity War comes out in April. Right? Yeah. So I imagine sometime this summer we'll probably get what the slate is for Marvel going forward. And that's going to be that's almost as big as a Marvel release. Just, all the anticipation.
Yeah, the announcement.
Yeah, so we don't know, but apparently it's going to be fucking hyped. So we'll see what Phase 4 looks like. I'm very interested to see where they go because they at this when it's time to announce it, they're going to have so many more projects available to them, and I think you're going to see stuff that other studios have owned a little bit sooner than people thought, in some aspects. Next up, Venom co-creator Todd McFarlane says that film critics were too old to appreciate Tom Hardy's Venom film.
Nigga, how old is he?
Like 60.
Okay, yeah, because that's important.
Shut up.
Because that's important to his quote, which is, "It was a big roller coaster ride. Visually, everything was coming at you." Yeah, poorly.
Was it?
Poorly.
Okay.
I think at times the critics get it wrong in that they forget their age. They come in and they're 42 years old and they come in with an attitude and they're going, "Stop it. What if you were 16 and you were watching this movie? You would love it." 1, 42, not that old.
Right.
2,
it's fucking 20 years younger than your ass.
Right. 2,
Who is this nigga here?
2, critics review movies for young people all the time.
Look at all the Marvel
57. This nigga's older than my mother.
Right, yo.
No, I don't even mean Marvel movies. I mean kids' movies.
Yeah, like children's movies.
They'd be like, "Yo, Up is really good."
Up is really good.
Right.
Yeah.
That movie's for like 8-year-olds. Yeah, they're able to discern a good movie. Or they do even the super small kid movies. They're able to discern a quality movie from a bad movie. And I find that offensive because, 1, I'm not 42, I'm 38. When I saw the movie, I didn't like it. And it wasn't because I was too old. It's because it's bad. It's fucking
Coco
bad.
a couple weeks ago. That movie's really good.
Everyone says it's really good.
It's really good. I love that movie.
How could you possibly enjoy it?
I'm 38.
You're so old.
I'm a 37-year-old black man.
I can't wait to see Coco about a Mexican cartoon.
I haven't seen Venom yet, but I still kind of want to.
I would rather see Coco.
I think you would rather see Coco, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Coco is good.
Yeah. I find that offensive that
they're too old.
They're too old. No, that's an excuse.
You're literally 57 years old.
Also, I see every comic book movie. All of them.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's what's his problem?
If you're making an argument
Can't say S's, that's his fucking problem. Well, I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry. But, yo, if you're going to insult me by well, nah, nigga, you too old to get you're too old to get Venom.
At 42. 42.
Right.
He didn't say 62.
Yeah, that's a very bizarre age to choose.
And you know what's
like
funny?
they come in at 42 years old.
42-year-olds grew up reading Venom.
Yeah.
Right, they are the right age.
They know Venom.
Your argument should have been like 70-year-olds.
Yeah. What the fuck kind of nonsense is that? Like, yo, your audience is the ones that went to see it because they love the character. And they were probably like, well, they liked it because whatever. The critics, I'm sure, grew up around the same age.
I'll tell you something, yo. A bunch of 16-year-olds didn't make Venom get that much money. They didn't.
No. It's a bunch of 40-year-olds.
Look, I can't. I don't know. I don't hang around a lot of teenagers, but I keep my
weird.
I keep my.
See,
I lurk around social media.
I'm sorry.
And I see what the kids are up to. I see what the kids are up to. Trying to steamroll that shit. Yeah. I see what these kids are into, and ain't none of them talking about Venom, yo.
Are they talking about it on social media? Because that's the only way we're gonna know. Should have made $852 million.
You know who it is? It's people in their late 30s who are talking about Venom, and those are the people who like the movie and are
because they like the character.
Right, because they grew up with this dumbass character. So they're getting the nostalgia bump. But no, I can't imagine any... Can you imagine any of your nieces or nephews or godchildren marking out for Venom?
No.
Yeah.
No. It's definitely a mid-30s to mid-40s demographic. It just is. And also 20-somethings... Yeah, bro, he said shit.
He said turd, bro.
In the wind. All right. So I feel like that's
that's your problem with you critics. You're just too old. Turd in the wind is funny. I'm Big Toddy. Shut up.
You're a dick. I mean, it's pretty offensive.
It's funny because they can like the movie. That doesn't make it good.
Right, and
that's the main point. Like, people like trash.
They do. Again, I will come on here and I will
have 76 for some reason.
Yeah.
Right? But look, I will come on here and I will defend Commando to the bitter end that it is an entertaining movie. It is not a good movie. It's just not. He carried a tree at one point.
I'll defend the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I love that movie. That's a good movie.
The
original one.
I enjoy
Fuck
that
off.
movie.
Some people don't like that. Who said that? Was that Brad?
Probably.
Yeah, that was Brad. He said it wasn't good. Fuck you, Brad. It's a good movie.
He just likes part 2 because Kevin Nash is in it.
Part 2 fucking sucks.
He's a big wrestling fan.
And part 2 is not good. Yeah.
No, I heard that Brad said that Turtles in Time is the best one. The third one.
I'll kick you in your shit, man, for saying that shit.
He likes when Raphael is just sitting alone in a Japanese tent for 45 fucking minutes. That's Brad's favorite movie, by the way.
That movie made me mad, Yeah.
Hey, look, if you really want to get Brad something for Christmas, just buy him copies of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, and we'll give you his address. You just mail it to him.
Matter of fact, just buy him the trilogy, but take out 2.
Yeah.
2 is the best. What are you wilding, nigga? Come on, yo. Nah.
Well, he don't forget, Brad's 5 years younger than us, so he probably grew up. He probably saw 2 first. And was like, oh yeah, the Ninja Turtles, they fight with sausage links and yo-yos because they can't use their weapons because parents got in an uproar because
the original one was too violent.
Because the original was too violent.
Granted, Splinter killed Shredder in a fucking trash can.
Actually, technically, Casey Jones did that shit because Splinter knocked the motherfucker off the roof, and then Casey Jones was just like, murder.
Yeah, he did.
That's crazy. You straight murdered that nigga. Okay.
He murked him. Wasn't he Super Shredder at that point?
No, he wasn't.
No,
that was the second one.
Oh, that was the second one, right?
Yeah.
Like every other shitty sequel, more knives. We need to just make them bigger with more knives.
Literally, make them bigger and knock down fucking posts in a pier. Shut the fuck that stupid movie.
He didn't do nothing. He did. Yeah,
and it had Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Look, I'm
you like to go ninja rap?
Look, what year did that movie come out?
I'm not throwing stones.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, what year did it come out?
I fucking with
I loved it when it came out.
Did you?
It's not. Look, it is not the best of the three by any means. Again, as we've said, Turtles in Time is the best. But
don't do that. Yeah.
although I would argue Turtles in Time, the game was good. But
yeah,
the game was good.
Time was really good.
But yeah, no, the first one was obviously the best of the three. Yeah, I didn't even see the second of the new movies, which I'd like to see. I hear I did not. Great.
You remember Casey Jones murder? None of that.
Yeah, Casey Jones.
Yeah, because it was he was like, I failed my city.
Right? He was awful.
he was the complete antithesis of what you know of Casey Jones to be. Casey Jones was a rebel and an anti-authority. This guy was. There's literally a line where he says someone addresses him as, hey Jones, and he goes, "That's Officer Jones, and I'm going to be a detective someday."
Officer Jones?
What? Yeah, he's a cop.
He's a vigilante.
He's a cop.
I don't like any of this.
He's an NYPD cop aspiring to be a detective. Casey Jones,
by being
by Vancouver,
but being a vigilante like in his free time. I'm gonna respect the law by breaking the law. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Nope.
It was a bitch in that movie.
He was
such a
bitch.
fucking cornball. It's painful.
Oh, Casey Jones is one of my favorite characters in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle universe.
Yeah.
Unlike Brad, who again likes the third Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's his favorite.
I don't understand that, Brad. That's fucking weird.
I didn't see the third one, yo.
Don't.
I did. I saw it in theaters.
I saw it in theaters.
I saw it in theaters. I thought I fell asleep and they started playing the movie again. I was in there that long. I was like, this movie is taking forever.
Yo, that movie's so not bad. Good. No, it really isn't.
It's bad. So I wanted to make a point about the too old to appreciate this film argument. Is it? And I was talking to Micah about this today. Do you think, Terrence, that we have gotten to a point in comic book movies that Marvel has set the bar? Not that they've set it so high, but they've been consistently good so long
for 9 years,
right? That people are giving a pass to worse movies because they're comic book movies. Because I feel like, why is Venom getting a pass in an era where people just shit all over the DC movies, no matter what, generally? And I think people are giving too much of a pass to Aquaman as well. Like it seems like these bad movies are actually benefiting now from. I think they've made it over the hump and they're like benefiting from Marvel's goodwill.
Wait, Aquaman is getting apparently DC.
I see a lot of people saying Aquaman is really great, it's amazing, and all. I'm like,
well, it doesn't have a very high bar to jump compared to the rest of the DC universe,
right? So
there's that. But as far as Venom, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But from everyone that I know that has seen it, it's terrible.
Yes, it is.
But it made almost $1 billion.
That's
because.
Insane.
I think it's because the character. Like as much as you hate the character,
everybody else loves it.
People fucking love that character.
I get it,
and they couldn't wait to see it done right on screen. I mean, Spider-Man 3. They say what you will. He looked better in Spider-Man 3. He just had smaller, like chiclet teeth.
But he wasn't,
and he wasn't the main character.
He wasn't a towering, lumbering beast.
Yeah,
I mean, that's really the thing that Venom got right.
Yeah, that really sticks with people. Like Venom's supposed to be like huge, right? Like, and they, White Spider not being there aside, like they got the look of Venom down. And sometimes that's all you need to do to bring butts in the seats. Is just that, people, some critics are like, well, why do these people care about the costumes? Who cares, right? Like, if you get the look right, that brings you in there.
Look, I mean, that reveal at the end of the last Aquaman trailer, where he's in the fully realized suit, people were like,
"Oh, he looks
that's
like
it. I'm going to see this movie."
Looks dope in that
he did.
That costume fucking looks dope, as ridiculous as it is.
Like, and it worked on in movement. It fucking worked. It absolutely worked.
He looked bigger.
Yeah, he looked fun. I'm like, Jesus.
Like, he's already a big dude. He looked bigger in the Aquaman outfit.
It's like, how is this even possible?
So yeah, DC, like, it's just a better movie than the rest of them, except for maybe which one's better? Wonder Woman's better.
Wonder Woman's better.
Yeah, like, it's not even a question.
Like from a filmmaking standpoint, from a story standpoint, from a writing standpoint.
Definitely from a writing standpoint.
Like it's
and that's, by the way, that's not me saying I disliked Aquaman. I didn't dislike it, but it's got issues. It does.
And but DC having a very poor track record. Venom being a very popular character. I don't think it has anything to do with the Marvel movies, because those movies are just good. They just are.
I'm curious.
I think
we'll have. I guess we'll have to see some other ones.
As far as like people will just go to see them because it is a comic book movie.
Sure.
But like word of mouth usually gets around like, yo, this shit is trash. But again, I think it gets over the hump because it's the character.
Okay.
Like that's the only reason why I think it made so much money, because Venom was a huge character in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm very interested in this
comic, but
I'm very interested to see what Morbius does.
That's not going to do anything.
Yeah, because nobody knows.
No one knows who the fuck Morbius is.
Yeah, I have a feeling that they're banking on
Sony is like, oh yeah, we got all these characters we can use. Nigga, don't nobody know Morbius.
Nobody's seeing Jackpot.
I don't know what
that trailer's got to be fucking
like. That's
fire.
something that Dante says before he puts a bullet in the fucking demon's head.
Right after he says, "Flock off, Featherface."
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, I don't know who Jackpot is.
I don't know.
He's not in any of the Marvel comics in the Marvel video games.
You bigot.
Oh, it's a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
It's a lady. Next up, Les Moonves. LOL. So the famed CBS CEO who got busted for sexual harassment was supposed to get $120 million severance check.
No, fuck off. But apparently they did tell him.
Yeah, they were like,
off.
nah, we good. You ain't getting none of that.
And that's how it should always be. Unless they like sue. Can he sue?
I mean, I guess he could. I mean, he don't have $120 million to sue with.
Like, what you gonna sue with, nigga? He ain't got no money.
I mean, I'm sure he's doing fine, but
he'll be all right.
He will not receive his $120 million severance package after being accused of sexual misconduct. The decision came after a 5-month probe and caps the downfall of one of television's most influential figures. Moonves, full name Leslie, is one of the biggest entertainment power brokers so far to have been accused of sexual misconduct with repercussions on his career.
And do you even want that smoke? Like, say you don't get the 120 and like I'm going to sue to try to get it. Don't even bother you. Like you've been accused of sexual harassment.
Yeah.
And like they found enough evidence to be like, yeah, you did that shit. Just
take the L.
You know what? I'm gonna take the L and just go home.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm sure Les Moonves is probably worth almost $1 billion. Do you really even need the $120 million?
But just to be like petty. He's got the money to get the lawyers, but you don't really want that much more fucking. You don't want that. You don't want it. Nah.
Yeah,
you don't want that publicity.
Look, I gotta tell you, man.
What's wrong with people here?
You know what? Let's have a conversation.
Les Moonves left CBS with $700 million in net worth.
Yeah, he gonna be all right. He gonna be all right.
You don't need that now.
Oh, will he be able to? Will he be able to suffer through with his $700 million?
That's crazy.
They should take that money too.
Yeah, I was about to say, just lose all of it.
Like, fuck you, dude. So speaking of the Me Too movement,
interesting.
You know the story.
I know exactly what you're about to say.
Idris Elba, dodge controversy like fucking Neo in the Matrix by giving a what's 1 + 1 equal answer. And for some reason, because people want to fuck Idris Elba, they're amazed that he could answer a simple question about the Me Too movement and his thoughts on it by saying, yeah, if you ain't got nothing, if you're not a scumbag, you ain't got nothing to worry about. And the people were blown away by his ability to answer a simple question. This is how low the bar is for niggas right now.
That's really sad, yeah.
Like, because the three of us had this conversation offline.
Yeah,
we're like,
did.
Like, even if he doesn't believe it, which I hope that he does, I'm not saying that he doesn't.
I would assume he does.
It's not a profound response. I mean, I saw numerous women online. Idris, I knew he knew everything. they were like, yo, what's 1 + 1? He was like, nah, that's how they get you. You're not gonna get me. He was like, nah, I'm
not playing this game, nigga.
No, do I look like old pervy Hank Cavill? No, you're not gonna get me. Like, get out of here. All he said was, yeah, just like you ain't got nothing to worry about if you're not a bad guy. Yeah, I mean that's shit. Yeah, like that's the answer. Like
that's it.
But I love that they were just like they just heaping praise upon him. I'm like, look, I like Idris Elba, I really do. But that's some basic ass shit. Like, it's really basic.
It's pretty goddamn sad that that's how low the bar has been set. That's all we have to say.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of
I mean, sometimes people need to hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
wow, what a world we live in. And America clowns Saudi Arabia, right? Oh, no, they're so behind the times. They're just letting women know how to drive. Yo, we treat women like dog shit, man.
Yeah. Oh, you can drive, but let me grab your titty while you're driving. Like, wait, what? I'm just kidding, girl.
All we got to do is just say some simple Simon. All we have to do is not do Terrence Howard math, and we get praise for it.
Yo, that's terrible. Yo.
Like, I just found it. Like, I just found it amazing. And that's not an indictment of anyone, but just society in general. People are just like, this is amazing. I was like, is it? Is it?
It really isn't.
Like, come on. Even if you don't believe it, even if in his heart of hearts, and again, I'm not saying that he does, even in his heart of hearts, he was just like, yo, these Me Too chicks are fucking wild. They're trying to take a black man down. It's just fucked up. Cosby's innocent. Even if he believes all that shit, even if he does, I think that at least one of these guys would be like, no, I think it's fine. Like, just get the heat off your back. Just get the heat off your back.
It doesn't make any sense.
Y'all gonna find out Idris is the worst of them all. And they're like, how could he say something so profound and yet do something else? He must be the devil. Like, no, it's not that hard. Not that hard to be a reasonable person.
Like, if you haven't treated women like shit in your past, you're fine.
Yeah, we've been saying that.
Yeah,
right.
I've been saying that.
Right.
Yes,
that's the eloquent way of saying hit dogs holler.
Yeah, like that's literally it. I was like, yeah, we said that, but we don't look like Idris Elba, so nobody tweets about it. Yeah. Nobody gets a fuck.
Goddamn shit.
No one's talking about that on social media. Maybe we're gonna get canceled. Someone please mention us. What about our metrics?
Please mention us. Please clap.
Please clap. Nothing was funnier than when George H.W. Bush died. Period. No, I'm kidding. I'm just being a dick. Then people putting out that meme.
Please mourn.
Please mourn. That shit was funny. Fucked up. It's funny, but it's true. All right, nerd question of the week, Micah.
Co-creator of Venom says that movie critics are just too old to get the live-action movie. Do you think certain films never get a fair break because of its target audience, age otherwise? Also, do you think it's commonplace? Markham says, a movie being bad, stupid, or ridiculous is making a lot of money are not mutually exclusive. See every Transformers and Fast and Furious movies. I can't keep that up.
No, I don't think
I won't be able to. Anthony says some of these critics are too old and they think every comic book movie is in the MCU.
They are all in the MCU.
Kayla says, I think media that doesn't smash social or genre barriers don't often get their fair shake from audiences. However, you still have to put more work into making a good movie than you do in defending your work. Don't give me some Cinderella built ass list of choose to do just to enjoy.
That was a very confusing sentence.
All right, that's not just me, right?
No,
I know I can't read it loud, but god damn. Don't give me some Cinderella built ass list of choose to do just to enjoy a popcorn movie. No fucking ma'am.
You got it.
Jose says people are going to get hung up on the "they don't get it" comment and trash the guy. What I think is really happening here is that every movie just gets overanalyzed. Venom is probably the third best Spider-Man universe live action movie. Is it great? No, but it's fine. Some movies are just going to be fine, like Aquaman. But because we are grown-ups, we look for every little bit to pick at it. Some young kids are just going to look back and think that was great because they're just going to go for the fun. Personally, I don't get how the Fast and the Furious movies get a pass, but Venom doesn't. Actually, I do know because we take Venom seriously. I mean, maybe you have a point, like maybe
Venom is not the third best Spider-Man.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that people take these comic book movies way too fucking seriously. Way too seriously.
Oh, that's 100% true.
Like the whole, are you on Team Cap or Team Iron Man? Like, no, I'm on Team Me. I'm on team, I want to sit in here and watch this movie.
I'm on team, shut up when the movie's on, turn your goddamn phone off. That's the team I'm on.
Right, fat lady that I was sitting next to.
I yelled at her 3 times.
Oh, that...
The one guy yelled at her, and a guy 2 rows behind me was like, turn your goddamn phone!
At the screener?
At the screener, yo.
Damn.
At the screener.
She was in the fucking, the section, too.
In the screener section, sitting next to me.
Yeah.
I was literally stuck between a rock and a fat place, and I could not get away. That shit really made me mad.
I don't usually say anything, but if you're right next to me and your phone is on like that, I'm like, yo, come on, yo.
Because I was sitting behind her because it was really crowded, so we weren't sitting next to each other. And I'm sitting directly behind Micah. So every time she turned her phone on, it was just like a fucking flashlight in my face. And I'm like, turn your phone off. Turn your phone off. Turn your phone off. And the other guy was like, turn your motherfucking phone off.
Did she finally turn it off?
Yeah, she did.
Eventually. The second time.
She did it 2 times.
Yeah, she did it.
She did it.
What do you think? Who would be so entitled to come to a 3 movie and just play on their phone?
She was reading her email. I was like,
you can do that after the fucking movie.
or just step out. Just step out.
Like, apparently this
give me your phone. I'll snap it over my fucking knee and hand it back to you.
I generally just do this.
just to look at it.
Just to see if they notice.
It's just like, you just started, because you were really close to her, because, you know.
Because I was stuck between a rock and a fat place, yes.
I didn't say anything.
I did. I was mad.
Yeah.
Sitting there hot as a motherfucker, man. I was hot, yo.
Look.
Like, I get it, right? Like, I get it, right? Like, pause on the comments real quick. And I'm sorry if you are of, a heftier, physicalness.
I would just like to say that this is not me saying it.
Yeah, and look, I get it, right? Like movie fans, we tend to look a certain way, right? Like, they tend to be a little bigger, right?
Wait,
like, that's
what?
fine. That's all good. Like,
I don't understand.
Nah, hardcore movie people look like Kevin Smith before Kevin Smith lost all that weight.
So Kevin Smith.
Like,
he just looks weird.
Like, there's
like he's got that Al Green or Al Sharpton thing going on now.
Like, the people that come to these screenings, they look like comic book guys. Like, they just do. Right? They do. And I'm not saying that to be mean or whatever. Like, they just do. True. But at the same,
there's a particular couple that I see all the time.
Yeah.
And the one in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
And that's fine, yo.
Really nice.
Like, I'm not here to.
Really nice.
Yeah, they are.
I'm not here to criticize that or whatever. But like, I'm gonna need you to. It's like the airplane thing, man. It's like the airplane thing, man. Like,
no, you got to pay for a second.
You gotta use another seat, or you gotta find somewhere else to sit, man. Those seats aren't big. Those seats aren't big enough for certain people, man.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like you had an unfortunate situation, but I will say this. It took a long time, but finally, I get my payback for you ditching me and making me sit in the fucking early front rows to see Spider-Man 2, which I will never forget. And that's still why I have a problem with that fucking movie. That's why I'm fucking sitting back, chilling in a nice, comfortable seat. Good.
I rather like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I know you do.
I got to see it from a proper distance. Meanwhile, Jay is sitting up there with his neck in a permanent question mark position, right? All bent up and shit.
I saw 2.5 hours of fucking Doc Ock's claw just doing this. See anything? It sucked.
I saw the Matrix like that.
Oh,
the first time I saw it, I'm like, I can't do this again. I got to go see it. I actually have to go see it again at a proper distance because my neck was fucked up for a week.
Yeah, man.
Trying to watch that bullshit. You're like, I was like, I don't know what's happening.
It's a scene from RoboCop where he's in the chair. You're trying to keep up. Like, no, dude, it's not. That's not a way to see a movie. Anyway.
Anyway, turn your phone off.
that's fucked
no matter what you look like, don't be an asshole and turn your fucking phone off.
It's 2 hours, man. Just turn it off. I don't understand. You can't go 2 hours without your phone.
Without checking your screen? Like, God damn.
You are obsessed.
Dirk says, I think it's definitely fair to say that there's a critical contingent that regards things made in the mold of the 10-year-old period in the 60s, 70s, where neo-realist actor-centric stuff was ascendant as the only legitimate cinema. And that's straight up crazy for a variety of reasons, but mostly because it dismisses all of the great work that came before that.
And after.
Which you saw in that Ethan Hawke said a few months back, when he essentially hand-waved John Ford and Billy Wilder and Hitchcock and Lean and Kurosawa to hold up Bergman as the pinnacle of filmmaking. That said, though, a good chunk of today's 40, 50-year-old critics grew up on Star Wars and Raiders and Superman the movie, and we're acting like it. Like they'd seen this stuff done well when they wrote that Venom sucked. That was
What?
That was a little more eloquent than I thought it would be.
I don't even understand what he's. I'm too young.
Well, what he's basically saying is people held the 60s and 70s movies in high regard because they were really actor-centric, which is true.
Right. They were very performance-centric. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, in the 70s,
you got
Star Wars and Raiders and Superman, like the tagline for Superman was, "You will believe a man can fly."
Because special effects were
right, and spectacle was the
like
order
the late
of the
70s, like all those fucking crazy action movies, sci-fi and all that good shit.
Yeah. I mean, it was really the dawning of like
between the early 70s and the early to mid
the blockbuster sci-fi, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like E.T. and fucking.
And he's saying that
the third kind.
And he's saying that the 42-year-old critics, like the older critics, are the people who grew up when spectacle was being birthed. So they know spectacle and big budget, and they know that stuff. And when they write that Venom sucked, you should probably believe them.
Right. They're not just saying it because they're just old.
They grew up on Terminator 2.
Right. Like,
yeah,
Terminator and Aliens. Like, I mean, they were younger. Before that 42, they were probably like 10.
And they're roughly our age.
Yeah. They're older than us.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Randy says Venom is the new belly for nerds and Jay needs to lay off.
You know what? He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I'm not gonna lay off, but I'm gonna feel the same way about it as I do belly. So, yeah. By the way, so he's probably referring obviously to our review of Belly on Black on Black Cinema. So the new, what the new one is our Blackula review. 50-year-old black dudes have found that review and they are mad. They're super mad about it. I don't know, like they took off their little Bluetooth.
You weren't on that review.
Nah, he wasn't there.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, okay.
They took off their little Bluetooth headphone sets and they got fucking pissed.
What'd you say that, Chuck?
Right. I love that dude, man. He's funny
as that.
But yeah, I was like, wow, Blackula?
They took their phones off of the clip.
Right. Hold on. They talking about Blackula?
Yo, that's fucking funny.
That dude said in one of the comments, Blackula is better than that Black Panther movie y'all were praising. I was like, no, it isn't. Like, it isn't. And it's not because I like Black Panther. Have you seen Blackula? Like, it's fine. The guy's performance is like way outperforming. He's like way
outperforming the actual product itself.
Right.
That's fine.
But it ain't no. One dude was like, he is the movie. I was like, well, then he stinks.
Yeah, he is the movie.
Like,
he's the best part.
Yeah. And everything else is trash. Anyway.
Andy says, I'm a member of the coveted 18 to 35 male demographic, and that movie blew.
Yeah, it's wild. The 18 to 35. And it's like, it ain't 18 to 35 like male. It's white male.
Yeah, it's 18 to 35. Quite frankly, it's 18 to 35 white male, red hair, living in Winnemucca, Nevada. And even he didn't like it.
They gave him a special screen. And you're like, here. No. I don't care for this.
Lance says, get out of here. A bunch of superhero films have received high marks from critics when done well. Hello, Spider-Man Homecoming has a 92% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The character, who is owned by the same company that owns Venom, it was just done by more talented people over at Marvel Studios. Venom was bad because the story was bad.
Yes.
C says,
right. This is the last one.
Movie critics and a general audience aren't always in sync as far as what they like and don't like in a movie.
I would argue they're never in sync. I mean, for the most part, they're not.
It's why the term crowd pleaser and popcorn movie became common turns of phrase, despite what Todd McFarlane says, it doesn't have much to do with an age range. A movie can be poorly made and still entertaining, or it can be immaculate and bore people.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of social media hand wringing when it came to any movie starring Daniel Day-Lewis in the last 5 to 10 years. And his movies are really well made, but people don't really see them, which is a fact.
They're boring.
Yeah, to a lot of people, they are.
I'll read one more. Mark says, no, the film was garbage. Fuck you, Toddy McFarlane. That's why Neil Gaiman took your punk-ass bitch to court for ownership of his character, Angela, only to sell it back to Marvel to spite you.
Yeah, that was a real fuck you.
Yeah, it was, man.
Yeah, good. Can't blame him.
You can read the rest of the comments at our fan page, the nerdpocalypse.com/
or you could go to facebook.com
/ the Nerdpocalypse.
Yes, that's correct.
/fans.
No, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're doing the Trump thing where you get it wrong, but then you just say "and" the thing. Or Chris response and crisis response. That's not how humans talk. Stop doing that.
The smocking gun and the smoking gun. Both of them.
No, you're president.
Both of them are one. It's a smoking gun with a smock on it.
Yo, your president is dumb as fuck.
Many people have been saying that guns have been wearing smocks.
Retarded. Like he just is.
Again, I posted I'm positing the question on the show. Would the Republican Party realize that they hired a guy with mental illness? I don't think they would. I don't think so. I don't think they would notice. Terrence, what the fuck?
It's like that Ian Malcolm quote for Republicans. Like, you were too preoccupied with whether or not you could. You didn't stop to think if you should.
Absolutely. It was true. And it turns out,
dummies,
you should not have.
And now we got this big ass fucking orange dinosaur running amok.
Yeah. With his tiny little hands. It works. It works. It actually works. My wife actually drew, she drew a picture of him as like a T-Rex once. Ironically. She refers to him as T-Rump. All right. What the fuck brought to you by JTD? You're up. It's actually Micah's terms.
Headline: Water is wet and rats are everywhere in D.C., including the White House lawn. The district for years has been plagued by growing mischief in the midst. Rats have been spotted roaming the streets, scurrying across alleys, and eating their way through trash cans. I saw a rat in the subway well the other day, just kind of fucking outrunning the trains. Like it was fucking weird. But yeah, they're all over the place.
Oh my God.
On Monday, a rat made its way onto the White House lawn. Quote, I'm standing in our Fox News stand-up location on the White House North Lawn and notice in my peripheral vision something moving at my left foot, tweeted reporter John Roberts. I assumed it was one of the ubiquitous White House squirrels, also a rodent. But no, it was a big brown rat. Yeah, a rodent.
I mean, it makes sense. Was it running away from the White House? Because that seems to be what's happening right before the end of the year.
God, you know what? Moving on.
No.
Not going to top that.
Yeah. You're welcome. I couldn't help it.
I'm glad you did it.
Oh, it's Micah?
Yeah.
I'm not following that.
Good night, everybody.
My story up yet. Hold on. Let's see what shenanigans this nigga gave me.
A rat was caught sounding itself in the middle of a street in China. I'm just guessing.
I don't even understand this. The world's oldest lie detector, licking hot metal in the name of truth.
No.
Let's continue, shall we? The Ayada, a Bedouin tribe in the northeastern Egypt, is the last to practice the Bisha H. The Bish? What? Whatever. An ancient ritual used to determine whether a suspect in crime is innocent or guilty. They have to lick a red hot spoon. What?
Yo, people are crazy.
They gotta lick a red hot spoon or rod in the presence of tribal authorities, and if their tongue blisters, they are nigga, come on, yo.
If we throw this woman in a lake and she drowns, then she's a witch. If she survives, she's a really good witch, and we'll just fucking murder her anyway. What are you doing?
What the fuck is wrong with you, Leo? If their tongue doesn't blister, if their tongue blisters, they are guilty. If it's left unscathed, they are innocent.
Nigga, unscathed?
That's impossible.
Like, unscathed? That's literally impossible.
Yeah.
So this person, they're always
They
found.
murdered everybody.
Yeah, so they were always found
Like,
guilty.
what the fuck? Okay. Believed to date back to ancient Mesopotamia, Bisha H, I don't know how to pronounce that word, was used by most Bedouin tribes throughout the centuries, but all except the Ayada eventually abandoned it. The ritual is banned in countries like Jordan and Saudi Arabia, but not in Egypt. Although religious groups in the African country view it as Unislamic. Okay. Considered by many the world's oldest lie detector system. Yo, that's not a lie detector.
Yo, that is
like it just fucking makes somebody lick a hot spoon and they're going to be lying. Like, first of all, I'm like, no.
Yeah, like, yeah, it sounds like you're lying. Yeah, that's
like,
cool.
yeah, I'm lying. Fuck off. I'm not licking a spoon, nigga. Like, you're just going to kill me.
Yo, this video
is insane.
This video is ridiculous.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
It said it was mostly used in situations where a crime was committed, but there were no witnesses.
Yeah, I did that shit.
Suspects had to lick a heated spoon to prove their innocence, and regardless of the result, the verdict could not be contested. How many people were like, yo, I'm good? How can you lick a hot...
Well, if you believe this bullshit, then that means you believe that your tongue will come unscathed. Yeah, you got to cut the video off after a while. Like, it's really disturbing.
Yeah,
so yeah, you would do
all of these niggas are fucking innocent. I mean, are guilty.
Yes, I would argue they're guilty of being really, really fucking dumb. You doing this?
Must be crazy.
Wow, licking a hot metal spoon. No,
if you're innocent, your tongue is unscathed.
No, but
what
it's
does
not.
unscathed mean?
Right. When I hear the word unscathed, I think nothing has happened to your tongue.
And that's impossible.
Right.
No.
So you just go to prison. So everybody just goes to jail.
Yeah, look, just send me there now. I'm not putting my tongue on.
Yo, people are fucking dumb, man.
Yes. All right.
Yo, that's insane.
All right, my story. Because we got to get out of here. Yeah, you can read the headline. The headline tells you everything you need to know. Would you like to guess? Would you like to guess the country before I read the headline?
Yo, come on, yo.
I mean, it's either, you know what? It's either China or no. You know what? China's an easy guess. I'm gonna say it's somewhere in Europe, like some poor section of England or something like that.
The man from Shenzhou is southeastern China.
God damn it, China! I tried to cut you a break, man.
Never.
I tried to cut you a break.
Never, dude.
Jesus.
Don't even fucking bother. I don't know if I can get through this title. This is real. Man who sniffed his own smelly socks every day in hospital with lung infection. He was...
Weird ass fetishes, hey, yo.
There's nothing to do there. There's nothing to do. do.
Yeah, you
There's
just
nothing
don't
to do.
leave. If you
I'm
have
crying.
the ability to do so, just leave.
Get up and go. A man has been hospitalized with a severe fungal infection in his lungs, believed to be caused by sniffing his socks at the end of each day. He would return home from work and change into more comfortable clothes, but would reportedly sniff the socks he'd been wearing all day. As a result, he is thought to have caught an infection from the fungus that developed in his footwear from his sweaty feet. This then spread to his lungs when he breathed in the spores, according to reports. He hasn't been named, but he is being kept in a hospital for treatment. I like these stories from this website because they give a little extra. Like, if you like this, you'll love this next story.
Yeah. I saw one that I'm like, I just clicked on it and it is fucking horrible. I don't know if it's the same one that you're looking at.
No, this is just written in the article. It says foot fetishes have been known for many years, but a fascination with socks is less heard of. But earlier this year, a 21-year-old girl in America, yay for us, revealed that she had attracted, quote, a sock daddy who was prepared to pay large sums for her sweaty socks. Yo, if anybody ever referred to me as a sock daddy, I'm going to knock your fucking teeth out. Don't say shit like that to me.
Wasn't there a video posted in our Facebook group, like, not too long ago of a nigga, like, wanting to, like, I don't know if he wanted to smell this chick's feet or
No,
socks.
she was, like, licking his feet. Or
No, it's a different one. Yeah, that was gross.
Somebody tagged me and I untagged myself immediately.
That shit is gross.
I was like, get out of here.
But, like, nah, the dude paid her $20 to sniff her feet or some shit.
$20?
Yeah.
Ugh,
Like, niggas are weird.
Yeah, people are fucking gross.
Yo, this nigga was sniffing. Yo, how old are you?
Right
up, like, to get the spores in your fucking lungs, yeah?
I mean, look, you like what you like.
He was like...
Now I can sit down and watch television.
Yo...
Also, what do you do?
Is that how you appreciate, like, a hard day's work?
That's how you unwind. It's like, if I have a really stressful day, I might come home, have a scotch. He's like, let me give it
out like gutters or like
what does he do for a living?
Is he construction?
Just taking hills, just running in combat boots. God damn,
yo,
you a gross.
Like, he's got like his feet are trash, yo. Like, definitely. He's got like fungus.
Yeah, definitely.
Give me some fucking Neosporin or like
mushrooms.
Lamisil or
mushrooms give you lung cancer, guys.
That's what you're coming away with.
That's what I'm coming away with.
No, what I'm coming away with is just lop your own feet off. Like, feet are disgusting and you don't need them.
Like, if you have like spores in your socks from your feet, you need to do something about that.
Oh, you got a colony growing on your feet.
You're in China.
All right.
That's fucking disgusting.
All right, you're not welcome back.
Your feet are like a petri dish. You know? Like, organisms are growing on your feet.
All right. I think we get it. Please stop. Trailers this week. Men in Black International. This is starring Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth and Liam Neeson. And they're... It's not a reboot. It's clearly it's just a sequel to the other Men in Black movies because they show a picture on the wall of Will Smith and J&K from the previous movies. So that's kind of cool. I'm glad they're not just tossing it. What did you guys think? I'm not a big Men in Black fan, so
I'm going to see it.
Yeah, I don't have a dog in this fight at all.
Yeah, it looks cool to me. I like it.
I like the pair of them. The pair of them look good together, and they look like they're having fun. And this could be the shot in the arm that Men in Black needs. I mean, look, I didn't see Men in Black 3. I don't know how good or bad that was, but
it was all right.
Men in Black 2 was left much to be desired. Like, all the shine was off of it. And but I would check this out. This looks interesting, and it looks like a soft reboot. You know what I mean? Like,
in a way, yeah.
You have you still have the Tommy Lee Jones like character of the guy who, instead of a grizzled vet, he is the perfect agent, and you still have the sassy rookie, the sassy black rookie.
Yeah,
and the two, as long as their chemistry works, like, the story can be.
It can be damn near anything.
Yeah, but if the two of them work well together,
Which they really did in Ragnarok.
Yeah,
right.
We've seen them work well together. So that last sequence where he's like, "Everybody, come look at this," neuralizer or whatever, and she's just like, "Just give me that shit, yo," and then just bam, 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 but like that's funny, yo, like that's cute. So, yeah, I'm gonna see this.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm not a big Mission or Men in Black fan, but I think it works. I mean, the trailer seems to work pretty well. I think they have really good chemistry, so I think they're going to nail it. Next up, last but not least, is the Hellboy trailer starring David Harbour as Hellboy in this reboot. What do you guys think?
I've never seen the other ones.
Really?
I've never seen them to completion.
Oh, yeah, they're kind of fun.
This didn't really do anything for me.
Interesting. Okay.
I was like, I don't like he looked better in the poster. Like the makeup
there's
looks
something about his face that
it doesn't look good to me.
There's something about his face that I don't like, and I don't know if it's just because I'm so used to Ron Perlman.
That big fucking head of his.
Yeah, but there's something about his jaw when it comes in.
It all looks kind of smashed.
It looks like clay. It looks like clay.
Yeah.
It looks like makeup, which it shouldn't. But
yeah,
and then I think it's kind of fucking up. Like I don't know if he's affecting an accent, but it looks like he's talking through a mask to me. It sounds like he's talking through a mask.
He definitely is. Yeah.
Which he is, but like it just sounds like it and doesn't sound good to me. So I don't know. I wasn't sold.
Like he doesn't have lips.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, like, not like white people don't have lips. Like, he literally looks like it
just folds and it's just an opening, basically.
Yeah. So, but the movie as on a whole looks fun. But like, if I could take Ron Perlman's Hellboy and put him in this, I think it would be great. But this looks interesting enough. I'm sure that I would get over Hellboy's face.
Yeah, I'm in. Like, I think it strikes. I think it strikes the right tone. I think like some of the CGI for the characters looks really good. Like this sort of man bat character, that shit looks really fucking good. Yeah. I was actually very impressed. Some people said that they missed Del Toro's monster design. I didn't feel like it was all that different. I really felt like they kind of were aping it. Like this giant monster that has like the huge knife arm or whatever that cuts somebody in half, that looks like a Del Toro monster. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like they definitely aped Del Toro's monster style, like the giant ogres or whatever the fuck he's fighting out in the woods. They all very much look like Del Toro's style. So that part I didn't miss anything. I like that the one dude from Lost, the Asian dude, is playing that role. This movie feels very British.
Yeah, that's another reason why I'm kind of digging it. Yeah,
because, and what's the name is in it? As the Blood Queen, what's her name? Mila Jovovich. She looks fine. I'm hoping that because it's not her husband, somebody can like actually pull a good performance out of her. I don't think she's incapable of that.
Wait, that's Mila Jovovich?
Yeah, as the villain. Oh. So, and I like David Harbour. I really do. I think he's really good on Stranger Things, and I root for that guy. He seems like a really, really good guy. So, we'll see. I'm definitely in. It comes out in April.
I'm not watching it in April.
I mean, look. Good luck, dude.
I mean, when does it come out in April?
April 12th?
All right, I'll watch it.
When does Avengers?
The end of the month.
All right. Okay. Don't come out after Avengers.
Don't come out after. Don't come out after.
Look, this is a good palate cleanser to get you ready for all your comic book shit for Avengers. Because anything coming out in 8 weeks of Avengers is a killing field. Just forget it. So good. I'm glad it's coming up before. Yeah, I'm sold. I like it. I thought the trailer was good. I didn't really super care for the music for the trailer, but otherwise I dug it. Any parting words before we get out of here?
Once again, thank you to everyone who has stuck with us through this year. We try to put on some quality programming, and we try to cultivate spaces that you can come in and have your little debates or what have you, and be ridiculous without people, going all crazy and shit. On a personal note, thank you to all the people who have wished my family well. I can still use those well wishes because we're not out of it yet. But 2 weeks, I have a picture to share with you guys, and I'm looking forward to it. So thank you to everybody for watching and listening, and keep it up, because we want to keep doing this, and we need you to do it. So thank you.
There you go. I'm excited for the birth of your child. That's going to be awesome, because I'm gonna spoil that kid, and then send them right back to you with zero responsibilities on our own. I hope you like sugar. I'm just gonna be like, just fucking take it. Yeah, so it's gonna suck not having you here, but it's only gonna be a couple months. No big deal. It'll be good, not to see your mug every week. I'm not gonna be that nice. No, but I'm excited. I think we're all excited for it. It's gonna be dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what kind of parents you guys are going to be. I feel like you're going to be fine, but you a little weird, nigga.
That might be the best response. That was good. You're like, I mean, it's not inaccurate.
Like, yeah, I can't wait. Honestly, I can't.
He's going to slowly but surely just morph into fucking
He's going to be your father.
Larry David. Slowly but surely.
You're going to be a more progressive version of your dad.
Yeah, let's hope so.
No. You will be, because your wife ain't gonna allow any kind of bullshit.
Yeah. You heard what my wife said when we were out at that party. Demetrius was talking to me about fatherhood, and he was like, well, how do you do this and that? I'm just like, look, you take advice you get from the men in your life, and you filter out the bad bits, and you try to improve on the good bits. And and then my wife jumped in. Yeah, but don't take none of the bitch from your father. Or some shit like that. God damn.
She was like, "Fuck out of here with all that bullshit."
She don't play that shit. My dad is very old school.
Yeah,
and she is not having that shit. So
she's like, "Yeah, that's cute." No,
right? No, you get your own plate. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
No, but could you get it? I could.
You're like, it's very much. Yeah, it's a possibility, but I'm not. I'd rather get my own plate anyway. I know what I want.
I'm hungry.
Like, we've talked about that before. I know what I want to get, and I'm going to go ahead and get it. Don't worry about it.
I'm just going to have to get seconds and thirds fucking around with you. Get out of here. All right, that's it for us. Last show of 2018. Thank you guys for listening for the whole year and previously. And it is kind of weird, by the way, that, people who've been listening all that time since 2011 when we started, September of 2011, remember when you used to just have empty pizza boxes and mustard in your refrigerator, and now you're going to be responsible for a human life.
Yeah, we used to do the...
You got to feed that baby, right?
With mustard and crumbs from the pizza box. Yeah, man.
Wow. Dad, I'm so hungry. Boy, that's quality mustard. Don't waste that shit.
That's Grey Poupon. You know how much I spend on that?
I work every day of my life for you.
I work my fingers to the bone to bring home that Grey Poupon.
This ain't no golden mustard. Fuck
this ain't Heinz.
Because I love you. All right, that's it for us. And we will see you guys next year.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Bye. You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.